Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
We're here on the set of Bus Stop, the latest production from Nanaimo Theatre Group, and there are literally tweaks still taking place behind the scenes.
Litigants without lawyers, self-representing in court, Nanaimo recycles. It's Earth Week and Beardorama is coming to Nanaimo.
A Bus Stop is set in the 1950s, and this is a diner, Grace's Diner actually. The set is fabulous, and there's been a bus running between Kansas City and Topeka, and because of a huge snowstorm that's going on, the bus is no longer running, and 8 strangers have to hang out together and spend some time in this diner. Remember, back in the day, there were no cell phones, no distractions. They actually had to interact. We're going to look at Bus Stop later on this edition of Go Island. But first, as more and more people find themselves in family court for various reasons, more and more people are finding themselves between the cracks, not qualifying for legal aid, but not being able to afford a lawyer. There's a local lawyer in town who is doing something to address that problem. I had a chance to look into that subject earlier this week. Denise and Waymark Law is offering a 2-day workshop called How to Make a Good Case in Court. It's running April 25th and 26th. You can get full details www.waymarklaw.ca. This is Ron Mcafee. He's the director of Bus Stop. Now, I've got a phone in my hand. It's always in my hand. If I was stranded in a diner in 1955, 54...
That wouldn't even have been invented yet.
So I would have to talk to people.
You'd actually have to talk to people face to face, yeah. Listen to what they had to say, respond to it, and hope for the best, really. And you couldn't delete and resend or anything like that.
Or ignore or be busy.
Exactly.
So there's 8 strangers that are forced to interact here.
They're not all strangers. The ones that are the strangers are the passengers on the bus. The owner of the diner, the waitress, and the sheriff all know one another. The ones that enter because of the snowstorm, where the bus has been stranded, they're the strangers who have to come to grips with the fact that they're stuck together, not just for a short bus ride, but for the entire evening or perhaps longer.
And what's the result? What comes out of it?
Well, what comes out of it is we start to see something about the nature of each one of them, you know, how everybody in one way or another is searching for love and trying to escape from loneliness. And this, of course, has to be compressed into the length of this play. So I think William Inge has done a very good job of doing that. He chooses his words and situations very carefully. And we see a lot happening to these people over the short period of the 2 hours that the play runs.
Is it encouraging? Are we going to find relief from loneliness as a human species?
Some people do. Others don't find the escape, but perhaps see the doorway to the path that will get them there. And others, of course, leave delighted. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm getting the sense that perhaps this play is more relevant today because of these devices and the lack of interaction than it was back in the day.
It possibly is, yes, because everybody is looking for something in this play, but they don't have a way to Google it.
What would we do? I can't imagine. Now, you're entering this play into the Drama Zone Festival?
That's right, North Island Zone Drama Festival. That will be in Port Alberni this year, opening on the 16th of March.
Of May.
Or May, pardon me.
Yeah, a little bit of a time warp there, not just in the decades, but the months as well. Just that adds more pressure. I mean, you're now competing with this production.
That's exactly right. And you want to make a good showing. The object, of course, is to win the competition and go on to the provincial finals. But more importantly, what I try to emphasize at the zone level and at any level is the cooperation between the clubs and the learning experience that you can have through it, which will make you a better person within the community theatre.
Excellent. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be a better person by experiencing community theater. Bus Stop runs here at NTG on Rosstown Road, April 22nd to May the 9th. We're going to come back after a short break and talk about some of these fabulous set items.
Can Nanaimo rank as a place for dudes with awesome facial hair? A new Crime Stoppers looks into online fraud and a teaser for Social Media Camp 2015.
Earth Day is on Wednesday, April the 27th, and that puts us right in the middle of Earth Week. And Earth Week is about much more than just recycling, although that does go a long way in preserving and protecting our environment. The city of Nanaimo, along with Nanaimo Food Share, is hosting an event called Community Interaction Food Security. That's taking place on Sunday, April the 26th from 12 until 3:30. You do need to pre-register. You can do that by telephone 250-756-5200. For more on Earth Week from a global perspective, go online, www.earthweek.com. Moving from the environment to the 1950s, not Grace's Diner on set here at the Bailey Studio on Rosstown Road, but that 50s barbershop in downtown Nanaimo. The owner, Dave, is pretty proud of his facial hair, and he's trying to establish Nanaimo as one of the best places for dudes with cool beards. He's hosting Beardorama. Here's Fiona Shedden with more. Actors heading on stage for a dress rehearsal here, bus stop at Nanaimo Theatre Group. More entries are needed if Nanaimo is going to host itself as the place where dudes have the most awesome facial hair. Dave does need more bearded men to participate. You can register in advance for Beardorama that takes place, break a leg guys, takes place Saturday, April the 25th at 8 p.m. You can do that online, that 50s barbershop.com. We'll be back with more from Bus Stop after a short break. Greg Jones is the head of props, for
yes.
Bus Stop, working with a team of 4 other people. And this production is a little bit over the top as far as authentic details from the 1950s.
That's right, yes.
Now, one of the questions I asked you, for example, here, there's some lipstick on a cigarette butt. The audience is never going to see that.
Well, I put that there to add a little bit of reality to it, to the show, so people doing the show will feel much more comfortable. The actors will feel comfortable. They will know that they're in a setting that is 1954 or thereabouts, and they'll feel like as if they're there.
And then that will relay to the audience.
It'll play right over
well.
to the audience. Yeah.
Okay, exactly. Tell me about these hamburgers.
The hamburgers are made of foam and dough put through a meat grinder.
Dough put through a meat grinder.
Dough through the meat grinder.
Now those onions look very real.
Yeah, the onions are made of zap straps.
It's
which I
so
thought
creative.
was a very cool idea. Yes.
Very cool. Now this 7-Up bottle, where did you get this?
This particular one is in Nanaimo Bottle Works, and we got this one at Tina's garage sale.
Okay, Tina's Diner unfortunately shut down a little while ago, and a lot of the sets have come
A
from
lot of the
that.
set have come to us, and they're finding new life with us.
Okay, now I'm told by the people backstage that you're not done. You have another tweak to add to this bottle?
I have another tweak, yes. We're going to be putting 7-Up on the very top.
And again, the audience will never see that.
But it makes us feel good.
How many hours have you put into this?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Hundreds of hours.
There's more than 200 props, and that's not including what doesn't move off of the set.
Yes.
What's been the most challenging to find, or what were you the most excited to get after a big search?
Oh, I've really enjoyed picking up the pop bottles and the set decorations.
Right.
That has been that's been an awful lot of fun. I've been able to meet a lot of members of our community. Through Facebook, I've met a number of people who have belonged to the Nanaimo Antiques people, and go out to their homes and meet them and ask them about their bottles. And
Tell me about the detail in this book.
the details in the book. First, I had to buy the book over the internet. I could not find one. This is from 1954, a brand new edition. And
Right.
because the play is set on the road to a university, this is one that a university student happened to leave here. And,
Wow.
and it has been sitting over there for the last little while. And finally, the professor walks in and finds this book. And the book, what I did with the book was I Xeroxed the cover and the spine and the back, and cut this down.
And the back.
In the back, and cut it down. I cut the book down. I had to cut it down over at Quick Copy. And they did that for me.
But why did it have to be a certain size?
And it had to be, well, the old books are smaller than the new books, the pocket books.
Were you an historian before working on this production?
Oh, no, I'm a bit of a bibliophile, so I really enjoy books as well.
Excellent. Okay, now the production runs from April 22nd, which, depending on when you're watching this edition of Go Island, is either in a couple of days or today. What is a priority now? Have you got everything that you need?
We have everything that we need. The only thing is that we have to do is to make sure everything is in the right place at the right time, and we have a series of lists which we use to make sure that's done.
And I hear that one of your trademarks is how you lay out the props backstage. And we're going to see if we can get a little shot of that too. But you make it very easy to know who it needs to take what.
That's right, yes. We have a chart on the table, and all the props fit onto the chart, so we know immediately when something is not there or when it should be put back there.
If someone's eaten one of the foam burgers, maybe.
That's right.
Thank you, Greg. Congratulations.
very much.
Fabulous job.
Thank you.
We're going to head down to Victoria now. 2015 Social Media Camp is here. The theme this year is posting video content. Karen Elgersma is all over that.
And you can probably find today's show as video content on Shaw TV's YouTube page. Social Media Camp, May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Looking forward to being there. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island Bus Stop, running right here at the Bailey Studio until May the 9th.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Center, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Mcafee Salon.